This is Sandy with needsaribbon.com, and I am coming to you today to bring you samples from the mini catalog that runs July to December 2022. And I have a lot of samples. I will go as fast as I can, but it is, trust me, it is a lot. It's probably, I didn't count it, but maybe 80 samples, might be a little bit more. So let's begin. This is a beautiful cover. This is obviously products in the catalog. Our table of contents, yada yada. This wonderful kit, which will be featured in a different video. Wonderful, wonderful Nourish and Flourish kit. It comes with a lunch bag or whatever you want to use the bag for. Of course, it talks about our other kit options besides, well, I'll go over that in a minute. I'll be fast. Paper pumpkin, of course. That is always, that's a month to month, or you can do prepaid for a month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. You could do a whole year prepaid for yourself or gift it to someone. We also have other periodic kits that we release, which are standalone. I believe they're all-inclusive kits. So there's lots of options. I am a firm believer in kits for so many reasons. Because I believe kits are, sometimes they're for people that craft regularly. They're a nice easy break from having to think, cut, plan, all of that. Plus, they're also a great jumping off point. Or for a beginner, it's a way to build up stamps, stamp sets, inks, and other stuff. So there's just a lot of benefit to be had in the kit. But let's begin. The juiciest and probably I think it is my favorite suite in this catalog set of products. Suite collection, whatever the cool kids are calling it. They call it a suite collection in here. I don't know. Whatever the cool kids are calling it. The suite is Christmas. I know it has been fairly popular. Quite popular, even though it's only July when I'm recording this. The colors in the suite are Real Red, Garden Green, Pool Party, and Sweet Sorbet. And that Sweet Sorbet softens it all up and kind of takes it from looking quite so hard traditional Christmas, and the Pool Party kind of does the same. Anyway, I just love it. I'm not going to go over all the individual products. My point here is to share samples that I have with that. And oh my gosh. So we've got the crisscrossy die, the candy canes that go both ways. Actually, Sarah Douglas with Stampin' Up has done a different video on this particular kit and how it came to be. So I don't need to beat that. But here is one sample by Robin Racer. Isn't that cute? I love how she incorporated, that's from a different suite, that goldish gold tone paper. Here's another one using that die, that big die that cuts out the stripes. And that one is, I gotta give credit where credit is due, Mary Keeley. This one's mine. And I chose not to use the stripes. I wanted a softer look because I felt that brought the focus to the candy canes. And this candy cane was cut out with a die, and those candy canes are in the paper. So I had to be very careful. And here is Shelley Gruber. She did a fun fold for hers, which doesn't, for those that don't, that you're writing, that is a great layout. Just basically say Merry Christmas inside and sign your name. So moving on, I need a place to put these. So there are the products in the suite with the glimmer paper. Here is the stamp set, and here is because this is a suite collection. Here is like part 2 where we have the banners and the stamp set that coordinates with that. Okay, moving on. I don't have any samples for Spruced Up Bundle. which I was kind of surprised by, but I am seeing a bunch of them online. I just didn't get any. I didn't get it, and I didn't get any swaps that used it. Nor with the Regal Reindeer, the Mistletoe Magic. Both are very cute sets. I really like that. That is a great set to color. So, moving on. Santa Express. Santa Express. Where's my Santa Express stuff? Yeah. I've got them off to the side. I was actually a little surprised I didn't get more. So, this is by Karen Titus, and she did the strip pull-out. She took advantage of the choo-choos that are in line on the DSP. Very, very clever. And did that. And this is Amy Pedersen. And she used, I can't remember what product it is, but it creates that pearly look. And she used one of the dies that's in one of the other. Oh, it is in this bundle. There's 2 embossing folders. Okay, I can't dwell too long because otherwise I'm going to be here forever. But that paper is really cute. I love the petal pink. I always love the petal pink in Christmas because I'm a big petal pink lover. Because petal pink is not really pink. It's really, when you start pairing it to colors that you know to be pink or orange or whatever, it really is a very, very, very pale orange. And in fact, at the time of this filming, we will be painting our bedroom. Where's my next? Is that correct? Yep. Petal pink on 3 walls. And it is not very pinky. Anyway, moving on. I have a sample with that. Okay. This is not easy the way I have this all staged. And I wished I'd come up with a better way. Okay. Oh, I guess I have one going back. I do have one, page 13. We'll go back. Sorry about that. Again, I wish I had more room and 2 hands, or 4 hands. So that is from Lisa Schultz. She used some really bright fun colors with that, using the spruced up bundle. Moving on, we talked about that. I know I don't have it. Santa's Express. I have a sample for that, which is again buried in here. Here it is. Yep. And this is Susan Miller, is that correct? Yes. Susan Miller did this, and she left the die like that and just did the impression. And you know, you can, it doesn't, she had to mail hers, but how you can wing that up. And that is from the annual catalog, those kind of half sheet dies. Okay. Penguin is my next one. This is from last year actually, so it has some retired paper and stuff, but it is the only penguin, the returning penguin punch and stamp set. And that is from Nancy Berg last year. I think I had more, but I don't know what I did with them. Various Moments, I don't have any. Boughs of Holly is our next one, and I have, this is a very, very popular suite with good reason. Look at those colors. Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Poppy Parade, Mossy Meadow, Evening Evergreen, Shaded Spruce. So we have 3 reds and 3 greens, and that just makes it go pow. So let me get started. And it is a sweet collection. I don't know why they're changing the names, but anyway, so it has this great leafy stamp set, which you can do, you know, you can layer it for depth. A die in this little frame that cuts out the, you know, kind of leaves the leaves with it. A ribbon and some wood cuts. So this one is from Leanne Furness. And she used one of our punches to punch out the paper and accent that. Now, cool. Next up is from fell out. I'm sorry. It fell out. Well, I'm sorry. I would give credit where, oh, maybe this is it. Yep, Cindy Carroll. It's actually in my stamp team. And see how she used the leaf and she embossed? Isn't that gorgeous? And this is from Ramona, Myra. And how, isn't that pretty? And she used, that's in the annual catalog, the music folder. Janice Rassett. And she stamped on the layer and then did the frame, the greeting, greeting, we'll call it a greeting, in white, so it kind of stands out above that. Isn't that pretty? Next one, Kathy Seal, and she did a little fancy inside, and she layered the leaves behind those cutouts, and it looks like she must have used Wink Estella on that behind there. Isn't that pretty? And then this is Sherry Freudinger, and she did a book fold, and I'm not really entirely sure. She used a mix of products, so she used the paper from this suite, the gold paper, and the bow, I can't remember what it's from, but it's somewhere in here. Oh, that's from, okay, that's from a couple ago. Anyway, I'm doing the best I can to bring this stuff to you. I have a couple samples with that. And that is decorated with the Happiness Bundle, which is a stamp set and a die. I have no samples for the Jingle Jingle Jingle, and I am tempted to get it because sometimes I love those bold ones like that. So here she cut out, actually I think it was from this. I wasn't really sure where this came from. It's Carrie McHale. She used the canvas background and the painter, and I'm not quite sure where this stuff came from, but it's somewhere in here. And I was pretty sure that these leaves, and this is using these Sunprints papers from the annual catalog, and that's Sally Ozier. And I'm pretty sure those come from here. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Carrie McHale. So she used the ornaments, and I don't mean this negatively. It's just the word that comes with it. It's kind of more of a cartoony look. That's just kind of what it reminds me of, and the way it stamps is more like you'd see in a comic book or cartoon. And that is not meaning to diminish it at all. It's just a different style. And then we have this one from Lisa Schultz, who also used this. And she used the music folder from the annual catalog. I didn't get any samples. This paper is a returning fave from last year. I'm so grateful I held on to mine. It's just the most beautiful paper. I went through 2 or 3. I went through 2.5 packs, I think, last year, and I ordered another pack and saved a half a pack. Anyway, moving on. Nobody. This is not important. Lights Aglow. One of these beautiful, they call it a sweet collection, which is, it's the colors are very pretty. It is Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, very vanilla, basic black, and gold. And I realize I'm just talking awfully fast, but I have a lot to get through, and I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. So here is some of the beautiful, beautiful paper. So we have the glimmer paper, and then we have the foil paper. And this is Amy Notch. And she did a beautiful job layering both of those. And just a cute little greeting with just a little accent. I love it. And so we have some embellishments in here too. They come in Cherry cobbler, soft, succulent, silver, and gold. They're little pearls, they call them. I didn't notice those before. Oh, I'd have to add those. And this is another book card by Joanne Buckerman. And she used the die there that just punches out a circle on the paper and then layered some paper behind it, and that foil. It's adorable. Okay, moving on. I better make sure I actually do. I think I have one in this Brightest Glow. That is part of what this is from the Brightest Glow bundle, I should say. And here's another one by, I think it fell out. It did fall out. Gosh darn it. I'm trying to give credit where credit is due. It fell out. Or it didn't transfer, or it was never labeled. But they use the Time Worn Type, I believe it is, folder. Really kind of, I like how that goes together. Okay, moving on. Got a lot to go through. The Scotty Dogs Christmas Scotty bundle. Got a few samples in that one and none in the seal of approval, which I'm kind of surprised by. But everybody loves a good punch and everybody loves dogs. Scotty Dogs kind of are Christmassy, I suppose. This is from Terry Gaines, and she colored paper that is elsewhere in the catalog. She colored it red because it's a black and white or black and gray paper. And here's another Scotty Dog that's using that half embossing folder from, and that's from the stamp set, from the annual catalog, and that is by Eileen Kinniston. Is there any others? Nope. Okay, so moving on. These are actually mine. It is not the stamp set, but it is the treat bags. I think these are widely overlooked, the Stars treat bags, and I have some videos separate that go over how I did this, but I cut apart the bag. And we won't go into that because I have a separate video on, but these are some separate, using the cut apart bag. Excuse me. Moving on. Yep. Missing some, sorry about that. Page 36. There we go. No, page 36. I'm pretty sure I had one. Nope, I didn't. Or the cats. The Window Wishes bundle, which I thought was really cute, and the Old Fashioned Station Wagon. And the cats. And also, not to be overlooked, we have the Snowy White Returning Fave Velvet Sheets. Again, I hung onto mine. Yay for holding on to stuff. And so next up is page 38. And I have no samples for Yeti to Party, which a little surprised by, but I got the Snow Crystal, which is the giant stamp set. And this paper is in the back of the catalog, and it is a host bundle, that bundle of paper stack, fat stack of paper that you can get. And I went with, I'm not going to say alternate colors, but it is Pacific Point, and I want to call it something else. Not Bashful Blue. You guys know what I mean. I always forget the name of it because I go old school on that. And then I have one sample, so that one was mine. Give credit where credit is due. It is my video after all. And this is Kathy Peck. And She did that's using the foil from the previous suite that was talked about. And she just did a single stamp. I like this. Of just the tree. You could layer the trees, as you can see. They have 3 different size trees, and you can layer them. 2-step stamping, if you want to call it that. Old school people would probably call it that. Next we have Hope and Peace. I had no samples in that. And when I was going through the catalog prepping for this video, I did not see this ever. The Snowflake Vellum paper. That is now on my list. Along with possibly this beautiful, fairly formal greeting set for Christmas. That's pretty. And then we have Peace to You. Again, no samples. It uses Windows dies that are elsewhere in the catalog before. This metallic shimmer paper, I did get that. I have not used it though. We have the gnomes. Oh my goodness. Gnomes are raining on us. Oh my goodness, are the gnomes raining. So I will go over it briefly. We have this great stamp set. We have coordinating dies. We have this beautiful, there's the blue. No. Balmy blue. I keep calling it bashful blue. Balmy blue. It's not quite bashful blue for the color nerd, but we have this gorgeous paper, which is in Poppy Parade, Pale Papaya, Bermuda Bay, Pool Party, Balmy Blue, and Pacific Point. Very fun. Kind of Christmassy looking, kind of not. You know, it could go, depending on how you use it and what part you use, could go a lot of different directions. And then we have, which someone used on a beard earlier, the puff paint, which is also a return from a couple Christmases ago, I believe. And we have these gorgeous gems. I have the ribbon and the gems and the puff paint. That's all I have from this. I don't know. This is Lynn Feldkamp. Very cute, sweet. She used paper from a couple pages ago. Whatever words. But I love what she did with the gnome. Jan Larson. Here, I shouldn't cover that up so you can kind of see. I just love that little nose popped up. And she used a folder, one of these like half folders that come in this catalog. They're scattered throughout. Excuse me. Excuse me. I have to take a drink because I'm talking so much. And this is Eileen Keniston, and she colored hers in. It looks like with marker, not Stampin' Blends. I like that. Nice and bold. Kind of reminds me of a Smurf. Oh my God, Papa Smurf. Not Papa Smurf though, but Teresa Westerman, and she did a fun fold. Look at this. She did a very fun fold, which kind of a book fold, kind of. Yeah, she did a fun fold. This is Susan Campfield, and she did one of these deals, which hopefully that shows up well. Kind of a really fun easel fold. Wow. Kathy Seal, look at what she did in the inside. The braids. Oh my gosh. Sandy Ebby. Again, this is part of why I like getting swaps. They're just so fun. And this is Susan Miller. And she's got kind of a gatefold thing going on here. That tucks in. They're just so fun. Amanda Van Havermeet. And Terry Gaines. Again, she didn't get the paper. She got the I wonder if she just got the dies. You know, again, no law that says you have to get the whole suite, even if you love it. Okay. So, next up we have Snowman Magic Bundle, which does some really fun. It has this window. I was hoping to get some samples with that. The snowflake window. You could make a shaker card like they did here, all kinds of things. This swap is from Lisa Schultz. And again, she used one of those half that go with the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, these little partial folders. And one of our new decorative circle punches. And no, all bundled up. Even though they're so cute. I've seen samples online, so people are getting it. And that's right, the returning fave, the mylar looking iridescent foil snowflakes. I had to buy mine. I bought some new ones. I haven't used them yet because I'm kind of not quite in the Christmas mood, but I gave all mine to a friend, what I had left. So and that's cool. I'm glad they came back. So we have this Perched in the Tree bundle, which is really fun because it creates this kind of egg shape and cuts out the birch trees. And then you can put stuff behind or in front. Yeah, Lisa Miltikakis. Sorry, I know her. I just don't know how to pronounce her last name. And she did it very different. She used different colors than they have pictured here. She used just a little leaf and one of the greetings. I like that. She kept it kind of simple. I like that. And then this is Terry Gaines. And she put some of our foil paper behind and used the foil. And she ran the foil through an embossing folder. So that's cool. And then colored in with blends. She made it look like a robin rather than more Christmassy. No Countless Trees. The more tropical one. Rustic Harvest Sweet. Oh my goodness. Yes. I got parts of this. And they call it a sweet collection. It has the stamp set, the dies. I don't think this comes in the collection if you get it. But we have finally we have the embossing trays back with some fun tools, all bundled together. Fantastic. The leaves and the little gems that go with it. Some 12 by 12 basic black cardstock. Get it while they have it bundled separately. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. Put that on your list right now. Item number 124267, because it doesn't come around very often. And then we have this beautiful To Die For paper. So let's get started. Carol Baumgartner. This is her swap. She did the kind of the quilt look. And Aurora Tucker, and the little curly cues. I love it in the foil paper that was mentioned earlier. Beth Tetzlaff, she kind of did a weave with the paper. I like that, the strips, and then used a little Winkestella on there. Oops. I have such a mess off camera. Oh my goodness. Hello Harvest Bundle. I got nothing. Kind of surprised. Well, that goes with the suite. Never mind. That's page 2 of the whole suite collection. What am I saying? And then we have this Gathered Wheat Bundle. I really like this. I have been tempted to get this. So it's the wheat stamp set and the dies. I mean, for those that live kind of in the grain belt, I mean, goodness, how could you not get that and use that year round? page 52, Fond of Autumn bundle. And that has a fun die that cuts out, actually kind of cuts out the background. And then you can cuts out this or layers it, and some fun stuff with that. I don't have anything to show for that. And then we have Soft Seedlings and Painted Pheasant. I got Soft Seedlings, and I got a lot of swaps with Soft Seedlings. Oh my goodness. I got one pheasant. That's Lisa Bowell. I got one pheasant. I love the pheasant too, but I don't have anyone that hunts or anything. That's what I would think that would be used for. The Susan Campfield. And you see how it creates this, it's this distinctive. So it creates this kind of photoreal look. Just one single stamp. It isn't layered or anything. Lisa Bowell. And that's a fun fold. Trying to give credit. Lisa Schultz. And she did the multi-stamping. Probably watercolored, knowing her. I'm not sure or how she did that, but she did 3-color stamping. That's pretty. I like the soft seafoam with that. That kind of brightens it up. This is mine. Again, photoreal with the photoreal looking paper. And that's the Halloween paper. Here's another one. And I stamped that twice. I stamped it first in the moss and then went over the top layer with the Cajun Craze. And that's how you get that kind of watercolory look. Here's another one where I did it with, God, I made these so long ago, and I stamped the inside too. Looks like the little seedlings are falling, like those little helicopters. Crushed curry, I believe, and then Cajun Craze over it. I did the crushed curry first, and then layered the Cajun Craze over it because that's the top layer that's going to ink down. And then I have another one, similar whoops, upside down, where I fussy cut that out. That is only going to happen once, people. It took a long time. But it was worth the effect. I have not got any swaps for Apple Harvest. I did not get any swaps for If You've Got It Haunted, but I have some. I don't know where I put them. I made some. Well, check for that for something else. Scary Cute bundle, which is Frankenstein, and it cuts out these silhouettes. Very cute, and it makes this great spooky window. I hope people love on that. And of course, everybody loves a good witch hat and a good witch die. I have, oh my goodness, do I have a lot. So bear with me. I will go through them all. And this isn't even everything. I have more elsewhere. Good, it's still recording. So Denise Kessler, I'm going to go through these pretty fast. She used the polka dot, dots and spots, I think it is, die that's in the annual catalog to cut that out. Very cute. I like what she did. Becky Edson. And she used the Halloween paper that's in this section of the catalog. And washi, we finally have washi in 4 colors. It's like purple, orange, green, and I don't know where it is. Somewhere in there. And we have Beth Tetzlaff here. She stamped the inside too with the little spiders. And that's Granny Apple Green, in case you're going to ask. Okay. This is one of mine. This is, I actually was doing this for something else, and I had all these extra witch hats, and I'm like, how about if I make a witch hat background? And then I just use the new stitched circle, the stylish shapes, stylish stitch shapes dies. I don't remember the name. And that was my inside. This is also mine, and I did another video on how I did this technique. So yeah, the washi comes in the orange, purple, black, excuse me, and green. I had a lot of hats, and I made a slimline card going the other direction. And I colored my black and white gingham ribbon with the rich raspberry blend. And then here is this one. And I stamped the star. So maybe most of those witch hat ones were mine. I don't know. Gingham Cottage. Oh my goodness. Also, the ladies, the stampers, not just ladies, brought this one to life too. And okay, the paper in this is just a lot of things I like about this suite. I got the whole suite collection, as they call it. The bow, all of it. So here is Cindy Carroll. This one just fell out. Amy Pedersen. Again, she used that big bold paper. Me. Halloween. And that is using the host paper in the back of the catalog. Fall. This is also me using the host paper in the back of the catalog. I got 3 seasons out of one layout. And Christmas. Okay. Next up, I don't have anything for Brightest Beauty. That's kind of pretty. Huh. Or Design a Treat bundle, which kind of harkens back to, gosh, was that 4 years ago when you had the mini treat boxes with all the different things? I did a whole thing on all the different things you could do with those. That kind of reminds me of that, except these are a tiny bit smaller, but they're cute. So next we have Ringed with Nature and Vintage Christmas. And the Ringed with Nature has a 2-step, and I recommend you go to Stampin' Up! If you want to learn how to use this 2-step folder and dies that you can either emboss some rings in the background or you can cut them out, and that coordinates with one of the celebration papers. I have the paper. I do not have that bundle. That's why I say go to Stampin' Up! If you want to learn how to do both. I mean, it's not hard, but I recommend you do that. So we have Shelley Gruber, very sweet. And I'm not sure where that paper's from. That might actually be celebration paper. I'm not sure, but it's cute. Returning Faith painted Christmas paper, and this is Holly Sutton, and simple little house. Simple but very effective. Okay, and here is where someone painted Christmas paper, and I better Holly Sutton again. And she cut out that. See how you can emboss and cut it out? It's not a 2-step. You can do it at the same time. But I'm not the one to go into that much. So next up we have Splendid Day. Now, this is a beautiful, they wanted to include, again, Stampin' Up's done a video on this. They wanted to include a product that wasn't Christmassy. They wanted something that kind of went beyond that. And they came up with this beautiful, soft, all-purpose suite. It's got these great dies and nice greetings, and it's got this half circle, fun half circle that stitches, and leaves, and this lovely soft seafoam seam binding. Seam binding ribbon always ties beautifully, lays flat, and great samples. We did a whole, us demonstrators were able to participate in a craft together event where we made think it was 6 samples with this suite. I do not have those to show. Carrie McHale, again, very simple but effective. I like how she offset that. I like pop color though. Shelley Gruber. And the colors in the paper are Petal Pink, Soft Seafoam, Pool Party, Fresh Freesia, Sahara Sand, and Copper. Sorry I'm rolling through so fast, but Brenda Cardinal. Freebie. Don't know. It's cute though. Ramona Myra, where she... And that's from, I believe, somewhere else in the catalog. It might be the annual catalog. But then, I have no samples for Forever Friendship, even though that typewriter has me. Celebrate with Tags bundle, and it's got these great fold-up tags. I suspect because this catalog just came out, some of this stuff, we'll start to see more of it in the 3-way punch and some great greetings, very best occasions. I think I may have gotten that. I did not get the punch though. Don't know why. Sunkissed for those tropical Christmas. Actually, that's not Christmas. That's birthday, sunny seasons greetings. That could go all year round. All of that. Okay. Have to go to the back. Somewhere in the back. This. So, all the way back here. I used it. This person, Amy Rich. This paper. Again, not to be overlooked just because it's at the back of the catalog. I've used this in a separate instance. The Caroling Mice. I got both of these. And this paper. You can get for $18 if you're a host. So in other words, hosting your own party of 150. You are eligible to order this paper. And it has 48 sheets. These are 12 by 12 sheets, people. They're not 6 by 6 paper stack. This is full 12 by 12 sheets and you get 4 of each. And they're double-sided. That's where this paper came from. She did a darling little weave with it. I don't know where the bird is, somewhere in here, but you know, I don't overlook the stuff that's at the back of the catalog. Just because it's at the back of the catalog does not mean that it's an afterthought. It just means that that's where they put it. And I hope you have enjoyed me sharing all these samples. I should count it up and figure out how many it is, because gosh, that was a lot. And thanks for hanging with me. Bye.